Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Brotato. Today we're checking out the streamer. There's a lot of things going on here. Let's go ahead and get rolling. So one of the things that I think is gonna kind of be the case here is we're gonna try to stand still as much as possible. So of course that also means we're gonna try to, hopefully if we can, get as much HP regen as we possibly can. Also getting things that just help us get more currency. Another thing that I always forget about whenever I think of these things is trying not to spend too much in terms of currency here. I actually wouldn't mind getting some wrenches. Wrenches would be cool, but I think for this wave, us just going for these two items and standing still, hopefully is going to be the better option, because hopefully that means that we're going to start getting even more currency here in just a second when that actually kicks off a little bit more. I know it says like a percentage of our currency or something, but hey, you know, whatever we can grab will be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Here's a pretty nice spot. Look, see, we're getting 2 currency per every couple seconds. There we go. All right, if we can keep our currency up high enough, I think we'll be okay. Let's grab a little bit of harvest. Yeah, I think a little bit of harvest would be good. We're gonna roll it once here. The bag wouldn't be bad, but I'm not really running around trying to get stuff, so I think leaving it at 60 is gonna be a little bit better. And if you notice with this character, when we have multiple structures up, we get more armor. So basically want to be lucky, hopefully, and get as many structures up as possible, as early and as soon as possible. And I think we're doing that. I think we're doing a decent job of it, is what I'll say. Decent job. Not a great job, but a decent job. We are gonna move around when we need to. Especially because we want to be able to get close to our little snacks up here, because these little snacks are going to keep us alive. At least that's what I think. Anyways, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. If you guys aren't, hopefully it turns around for you. Every day is a new day, and hopefully today is a fantastic new day for you. You're gonna get a little bit of armor and health. That sounds pretty good. The coupon's gonna be really good, and the medical turret's gonna be amazing. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of HP regen, and that's it. I don't want to stop spending currency, because obviously, as you can tell, we're a little bit behind on the currency. Now, if I can, getting these range guys is going to be nice. I'm not going to worry about it too crazy much, but if I can, standing near these turrets and then also getting the ranged guys whenever possible can sound like a pretty good idea. Can sound like a pretty good idea. I don't know if it's actually that great of an idea, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to make it work. We're gonna try to make it work, and hopefully not go over the board here, over the end. Oh boy. Alrighty, there you go. We're okay. Everything's okay. Alrighty. I would like lifesteal, but honestly, we're not really getting much in terms of that, so I think we're just gonna say no to that. Enemies moving slower sounds great. Let's roll it once. I will get another wrench, and that's it. Unfortunately, spent way too much currency again. But hopefully coming up soon, we'll actually start to get the piggy bank. If we can get the piggy bank, we'll actually be in a really good spot. That's going to be the hopes and dreams here. Now, another thing that's really interesting is as we go around and grab more resources, that can actually help us get resources quicker. So if we happen to get over that limit, I think it's like 75 or 80 or something. There we go. It was 75 or 70 that we started getting 2 currency per pop. So basically, you know, the more we stick around, hang around, stand still, the more currency we're going to get. We just got to be really careful that we don't get a little bit too hurt along the way. But if you notice, that was quite a bit of currency we got. Alrighty, I would love some HP regen, because that's actually going to help us stay still longer. We're going to roll it once here. I'll grab another turret because it's going to give us armor. This is going to be amazing. 8 armor while standing still. I mean, that's going to be fantastic. Our armor is going to be through the roof, hopefully, and that's it. I'm going to come stand over near this turret so that as I get hit, I can just be healed. That's going to be the hopes and dreams here. We're getting 3 currency per pop here, which is nice. Not the best, not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, we do got to move a little bit here and there, just so whenever we get too low on health, we can pick up some food. And also, hopefully, so we're not just completely inside of these guys the entire time. There's a bunch of snacks for us, and now we can stand still again for another couple of seconds while we get wailed on. Let's keep moving around. Alrighty, there you go. So honestly, moving around and keeping our damage at bay a little bit is good. I'm kind of thinking right now, this is my initial thoughts on this character. This is the first time I've played them, so this is kind of my initial thoughts. I'm kind of thinking that what this character almost seem to want to do is not, I'm gonna roll one more time. Okay, nothing good, unfortunately. We're gonna go with this. His character seems to be wanting to be played kind of like a mixture of the pacifist and the saver, right? You want to save as much as you can so that as you stay still, you get as much currency, and then you want to make yourself really strong so that you can take all the hits from the enemies and also, of course, be able to heal up. Now, obviously, I don't know if that's accurate or not. I might have just played myself, and we might be in a really precarious situation now because all these guys are absolutely annihilating us. We might have to run it back. Yeah, we're gonna have to run it back. So this is what I'll say. I'm gonna try playing it a little bit differently. I'm gonna catch you guys in just a second when we try it round 2. Catch you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we're back, and here's kind of what I've come to determine. I think I'm gonna treat this a little bit less like a standstill challenge and a little bit more like the saver, right? And the saver, you just want to save a lot of currency so that over time you can actually deal damage. Now obviously there is a balancing act to be had here, because basically if you have too much, for example, if you have too much, you're gonna have too much negative damage and you're not going to be able to actually kill anything. Well, on the contrast, if you have too little, you're not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot either. So there's, like I said, there's a weird balancing act. I'm gonna go after this guy really quick for a minute here. I'm kind of like, yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of confident in our abilities right now. I do need to get more damage, and I do need to get more survivability things. Wow, there's another one of these guys. What is going on here? Am I gonna kill myself doing this? Oh no, we're good, we're fine, everything's fine. Go after him, chase him down, hunt him. There we go. There we go. 407. Like I said, I think there's a little bit of a balancing act. That's 3% damage. That's good. I don't want the range. I will take the luck, though. We're kind of skimped on luck at the moment. So a little bit of skimping on that, which is not great. I wouldn't mind attack speed and all that stuff, but I don't know if I really need it. I will absolutely go for this. I will go for the pruner. And I actually don't mind getting the 8% damage, because I do think damage is going to be important. I'm feeling like around 200 resources in our bank, in our pool there, is going to be kind of that secret number, that spicy number. So right now to start, I am definitely going to keep moving so that these guys can be taken care of, because those guys are definitely going to be huge pains right now. And I think from here we can kind of just sit for the most part and just occasionally get some snacks. We do actually have a lot of lemonade, which is going to let these snacks heal us for quite a bit here. So as long as we just kind of chill for the most part near the snacks, we should be able to sustain ourselves to some amount, to some degree. Obviously, you got to be careful because we're still in trouble. But another really cool thing we have... Oh, wait, never mind. We don't have it. I think that was a previous run. I thought we had the board that gave us armor. Or maybe I just rolled past it and just never got it by accident. That's always a possibility. And there's a little loot box guy there. He's so fast. He's so fast. I want him, though. I want him. Stop. Don't run. Don't run for me, little loot box. Don't run for me. Don't do it. There we go. There we go. We got him. Okay, everything's fine. And that's almost 700. We're getting almost 20 a pop for... There we go. We're getting 20 a pop for that. I'll take that. I mean, I'll take anything that's going to give me more luck, more stuff. I will roll this once because nothing on that previous list was something I wanted. Now, this is something really interesting. Do I want a lot of health, damage, or something else? I wouldn't mind a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I wouldn't mind a lot of health regen because that keeps us alive. And if we're going to stay alive, that's probably the most important thing. I think we're lacking damage, though, so I'm going to grab that damage and hope that that's going to be fine. We have a lot of armor. A little bit of dodge wouldn't be bad. The metal detector is really cool, but it's also dangerous. I'm gonna grab it anyways because, well, we have a little bit of currency to spend here. There's a free reroll, which is fantastic for me. There's some lemonade, which is fantastic for me. And there's the incinerator, which is also fantastic for me. Now we're at 300. I think we're in a good spot. Let's go ahead and just let it go by. So if we look at our damage, it's only a negative 4%, which I think is perfectly fine. As we move around, it should go up to like positive 36%-ish. And wow, I don't know why. Some of those guys just did not hit us. That was really interesting. But yeah, if we move around, it's still showing negative, which I don't understand. I thought moving, there you go, 28 positive. There we go. That's the number I was looking for. I must have accidentally stopped just before that actually had a chance to keep going. So that's good. Also, if you notice, our armor is at 25, which is insane. That's super high armor. It's not going to get much better than that. So we actually don't need to worry about armor pretty much anymore. And even so, as we go around and get stuff, it's going to get better. I mean, as we get like level ups and all that stuff on our items, it should get better because we'll have more structures, which in turn gives us more armor. So that's the good news. Wowee, there's a lot of damage coming our way. The big thing we're looking for now is ways to sustain our health. So one of the ways we can sustain our health is going to be through just getting a bunch of health regen, possibly a bunch of health regen. Attack speed actually would be pretty good. So HP regen, engineering, range, that's actually all pretty awesome. And our, oh wow, I kind of really want that, but also I don't want our speed to be locked at -29. So maybe we just lock that for now, roll it a couple times and let things go crazy. Now this is really interesting. Max HP for every 100 we have. That's cool, but I don't think it's going to pan out too well for right now. I don't mind getting more health regen because like we were talking about, we definitely need it. That's really good. We're doing melee damage primarily. If we look at this, primarily melee damage. It's not even engineering, which I've been getting some engineering things, but again, it's not really engineering. So not much to worry about in that front. Let's go ahead and max out our trees. This actually is a huge form of survivability. 1 engineering for every 1 elemental damage you have. That's cool, I guess, but again, kind of irrelevant. The riposte though is going to be really good. 2 damage, and then 100% chance to deal 43 damage, which is 300% of our melee damage when an enemy when dodging their attack. So basically, if we dodge an enemy attack, we're gonna do tons of damage to them. Which means we also want to start getting stuff like this leather vest there, which is gonna help us out. And that banner is actually not gonna be bad either. There we go. Let's go and keep going. Look at our speed; it's at -5 now. We can actually build it up even higher and then get the shackles. But I think we're gonna be okay as we are. I wish I could be moving around and get all those positives, but actually I don't know if we get, yeah, we don't get a speed positive. Never mind. I thought we got a speed positive as well, which would be really awesome. Now this is one of those stages where I am really gonna keep moving way more than I would actually like to, and it's just because these bone guys, they do a lot of damage. These boneheads, they do a lot of damage. I don't want that damage. I'm scared of their damage. So I'm going to try to just stay away from them and try to make sure that I'm moving near them so I can take them out pretty quick, so I have a longer period of time that I can kind of just sit here and stay still, because that's definitely going to be our goal here, is just, you know, build up as much as we can where we can and go from there. Yeah, see, that was a lot of damage there. Got to be really careful. I got to make sure I'm near my snacks so I don't die. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. I mean, it's not too bad. Again, if we got more dodge, that'd be amazing. If we got a lot of things, we could make this even more spectacular. It's 658 snail. Yeah, I'll take a snail. That's really good. I'll take the 2 more armor just because I can, not really for any other reason. We'll grab this. Our speed is -20. We don't want it to be -20, not right now. So we'll grab that. We'll grab that. Roll 1 more time. I have -4% lifesteal, so that's not going to be that good. We're going to roll 1 more time here. Explosion damage and explosion size. If we were doing explosions, that would be amazing. And we are slightly doing explosions. I wouldn't mind, I guess. Let's go for that 10% speed. Now it's positive. Of course, our resources are really low right now, but that's okay. Let's go and just chill for a minute. See if we can get as much resources as we can. We are near our snacks. This is going to be really interesting. I actually need to make sure I take out these guys. This is an elite stage. This is going to be not great. I think if I stay near the boss here and really just kind of try to hone in a lot of damage, I think we can hopefully, maybe possibly do well on it. Now, something that's really interesting as well is we could technically dish out a ton of damage simply by dodging the boss's attacks. So if we can dodge the boss's attacks, we'll actually dish out tons of damage to it. And that would be super, super awesome if we could. Also, if it just stayed near my engineering turrets, that would also be super awesome because it would probably get a lot of damage done by itself anyways. So ideally, that's kind of the plan here. Okay, and there's tons of stuff dealing damage right now, which is so terrifying. Oh my word. Okay, maybe we're not killing it. I was hoping we would get it taken care of. Well, we didn't get as many resources as I wish we could have gotten, and a lot of things like that. So I think we're probably gonna have to kind of chill out for a minute. Really quickly, let's see what the soft cap is for this. 69% less damage. I think there probably is like a cap at 0. That's perfect. Shackles, thank you. Let's go to reroll that. There's another incendiary turret. Perfect. We're going to leave it here. And now we're going to try to stay still as much as possible. I know I said the last wave. I didn't realize last wave was what it was. So now we're really going to just try to just chill here and not move like at all. If we can, staying still and not moving at all would be fantastic. I know we're going to have to a little bit because there's just no way we can perfectly stay still and not move when there's so many enemies just dealing damage to us and whatnot. So definitely I'm just kind of trying to focus on my health here and see if it gets too low, and then I can just run up to snacks and hopefully survive the entire time. Obviously killing enemies would be awesome, but it's not really a priority because I can gain resources by standing still way more than I would by killing any of the enemies. So as much as possible. My leg was itchy. Okay. Oof, that was scary. I was scratching my leg and there's a lot of enemies all of a sudden. It was scary. Very, very scary. Okay. Spawn a little bot that slows down nearby enemies. I think that counts as another structure. I could be wrong, but if it doesn't, that would suck. If it does, it gives us a lot of benefits, bonuses. I think we're gonna go for the explosion shells now, though, because we do have a couple landmines. If we notice here, we have a couple landmines, which is the only reason why I've been considering it. I think we're gonna roll it for now. Oh, another repost would be amazing, though. And a little bit of gambling token would be fantastic as well. The mushroom as well would be great. And there's some things we really want. We really, really want the medical turret because that's going to be awesome. And that's going to be nice too. So for now, we're just going to kind of hang out, try to do the same thing as before, stay still as much as possible. We're going to find that medical turret here in a second and just hang out near that medical turret. Actually, we're already hanging out near it. I can see it. I'm not blind anymore. But what's going to be really nice about this is it will even help us more so not have to move, because that medical drone is going to be just pumping us full of health. So every time we get hit here, you can see that medical drone is pumping us right back up to the max in addition to our HP regen. So we can kind of just chill out here. If things get too crazy, if they get too wild, if I start taking too much damage, obviously I can move around. I'm gonna go straight left if that happens, like that right there. That's a perfect example of, hey, things are getting wild. Let's regain some of our composure here, some of our health, and kind of, run it back. So now I'm going to be a little bit lower here so I can grab this fruit. And I am feeling weak. I'll be honest, I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling like I'm taking so much damage that I'm just not able to dish out much. And it's probably because now I have negative 21% damage. And it's been slowly getting up higher and higher. I'm going to go and take that. I think this time around is going to be nice. I'll take the max HP because that could be good. I'll go and take this because I think it's finally time. I'm going to skip most of that. 40% attack speed while standing still. That's amazing. Elites take more damage. I'm not really focusing on killing bots right now, killing things, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But those two were really good. Our speed is -2. Not a bad speed, though. As long as we can keep it around -2, I think we'll be all right. Again, we're gonna have to locate that healing bot here in just a minute. Make sure that we actually get it. Now, I did realize that there are some of these higher tier enemies spawning, which is gonna be a little bit spooky. I will have to be careful with that. But so far, so good. Also, if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment and letting me know if you have beaten this character before. If you have, how did you beat them? I'm curious to know what you guys have been doing. Some of you guys have been telling me how you beat some of the other characters. That was super awesome and very interesting to hear. Obviously, my way is not the only way to do it. There's about a million other ways to do it, and there might be an even better way. This is just the way that looked most befitting for me. So that's kind of what I'm going for and hoping that it all pans out. Also, if you guys want to support me even further, I do have a Ko-Fi link. Nothing is mandatory, but everything is appreciated. That being said, this is another wave in the books, and we got a decent amount of resources there. Another turret. Wow, we are getting tons of turrets. Let's get that lung there. That's going to be amazing. I don't mind losing a little bit of damage if we're getting HP and HP regen. I think the biggest thing is obviously HP regen. There we go. There's another item there. We're going to roll a little bit. There's 3 max HP. Consumables have a 25% chance to explode. That, I don't know if that scales with our other explosion thing. This does say explosions, and that does say explode. So kind of makes me think if that does work, then we basically turn ourselves into glutton, and now we're ready to keep rolling. And anytime stuff drops, we're just gonna be, you know, absolutely blowing up the screen and making things go crazy. So hopefully that's the case, because I can really easily clean out a lot of enemies by doing that, for example. But it didn't look like that actually worked out how I hoped it would. I think I'm actually gonna have to go into the settings really quick and go to the gameplay and turn on the explosions so I can actually see them, because right now I can't see them. So what's happening is I'm unable to tell if they're actually bigger than they should be. Okay, they don't look that big. Unfortunately, they don't look that big, guys. I'm a little bit sad. I'm a little bit saddened by that. They don't look like they're all that powerful. Oh my. Also, we are in a weird spot. I definitely feel like I am not getting enough health here. Definitely feel lackluster at the moment. So I'm gonna keep on moving around and hoping that I can kind of make things work. One thing that really sucks about this strategy is, oh my, stay in the corner, stay in the corner. Grab the health. Holy, somehow we survived. One thing that really sucks about this strategy is if we don't have enough damage, we're gonna be in trouble all the time. Let's grab both of those, because that's gonna help, hopefully, possibly, maybe. I think we should really use up a lot of our resources here in an attempt to get closer to our goals. So let's go and grab that too. That's gonna be nice. That's fine. Let's go and roll that. Some attack speed for damage doesn't sound the worst. We do have positive attack speed by quite a bit though, probably because we're standing still, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. That's gonna be fine. The piggy bank would also be super awesome, as well as the metal, just because we like our armor, or damage, or speed, or everything, you know? So let's not worry about it too much. There's most of our resources gone, so we actually have positive damage now. Sorry, cough of doom there. Cough of doom. Okay, here's a boss. I'm worried about the boss. I'm a little bit worried about the boss. I do got to make sure I dodge the boss, and of course keep hitting all these enemies. One of the biggest things is I don't have a ton of damage. So the bosses aren't really something I'm looking to take care of, like eliminate, but it is worth noting that they do pose a really big threat regardless. So, you know, this is because they pose such a big threat, it's worth being careful. It's worth being careful. Like, that guy's just zooming at me. Now I'm trying to keep him in the middle of all my turrets here, because we have so many turrets in this area. If we can keep him here, we'll actually be dealing quite a bit of damage to him, even if we're not actually hitting him most of the time. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to take him out, which is totally what I expected. Not the end of the world. Totally fine. Oh my. Okay, of course we don't want that. That's really awesome, but we're taking hits like crazy, so that's not going to help. That's 3 more armor. Our armor's got to be capped at this point, if I can ever get... I can't actually get it for some reason. 75% less damage. That's really incredible. Okay, let's go for some health. Let's go for that little guy there. I wouldn't mind getting that, I guess. I guess we can go for that. Not the end of the world. There we go. Plus 20 melee damage, plus 5% HP regen. That's going to be awesome. Our HP regen is getting up there. It's getting really high up there. That's another good thing. And that should be a lot of damage now. So we have 24 melee damage and 24% damage. And in a wave or so, we'll have 20 extra damage and whatnot. So it's going to be super awesome. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to survive this super well or not. I need to look for that. There you go, our medical turret down here. I want to stay near that medical turret just in case. Just in case things get a little bit crazy there. Which they absolutely are. They absolutely are getting very crazy, actually. This wave might pose more problems than I would like it to. And I'm sorry, I got some stuff in my throat or something, so I'm trying not to sound all gross all the time. At least that's hopes and dreams. I don't sound too gross all the time when I speak. Maybe I've been using my voice too much. Maybe I haven't been, or maybe I've just been fumbling around all day long, and that's where I get, right? Okay, 7 resources per. That's not too bad. We're right on top of that drone. Let's go ahead and make sure we grab the trees whenever we get the opportunity. These guys, I mean, we're gonna stand here and take it. At the moment, we can take it. So if we can take it, we're gonna take it. That's an absolutely for sure taking, and then we can just lock this up for next wave and then roll it once, roll it twice, and well, Not exactly what I want. I would much rather have the HP regen than anything else. That's 36. I mean, how much HP is that a second? 3 HP a second. That's not bad. Sorry about that again. Like I said, I got a cough going on. I've been trying to drink a lot of liquids too because of all that stuff that's going on in my throat. So, you know, trying to mitigate it as much as possible. But it is what it is. Life handles us in different ways. So we'll see what ends up happening. This is actually not going poorly. We're actually doing pretty well because we have so much armor. We can kind of just sit here and regain most of our health by the time enemies attack us. And then the HP bot down there is giving us enough HP for the most part that we don't really have to worry. Now, obviously, every once in a while we do have to move around and actually get some health because eventually we get enough hits in that we're in a little bit of trouble. I say a little bit of trouble, I mean a lot of trouble. Oh my, oh my. There we go. Okay, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good little run. Let's just make sure to stay near all of our food stuffs. And we have a lot of flat armor as well. Like, even though we have 46 armor, we have a lot of flat armor in our pockets as well. So it's not like we just have the armor from standing still. Even if we're moving, we have quite a bit. That's 2 more armor, speaking of. Grab both of those. I wouldn't mind the luck, but I don't really want to decrease some of those stats at this point. I wouldn't mind the speed and the range. Range is actually really nice to have. We have so much range. I'm kind of just tempted to say no. This can be really interesting. Enemies have a 20% chance to explode for 50 damage, which is half of our melee damage when they die. Our harvest doesn't matter at this point. That's fine. Our range doesn't matter, so that's amazing. Obviously, we have nothing else left. So let's hope that we picked all the right stuff and we're going to be good. I actually would have really liked this because bosses and elites getting 25% more damage, that might save us. Let's see what happens. Okay, so if I can, I'm just going to try tanking them. Yeah, no, tanking them is not going to happen. Tanking them is not going to happen. I made a mistake, so we're going to have to survive this 76 seconds. They will mutate eventually, and things will get really, really interesting when they mutate. So as much as possible, we're going to try to leave as many snacks on the ground wherever we can because we definitely need them. Now, I weirdly wish I'd gotten the couch. I don't know if that item's still even in the game. I feel like I haven't seen it since this 1.0 update, but if that item is still in the game, that is the item I would be wanting right now because basically the slower you go, the more HP regen you get. That would be amazing. That would be super significant for our build right now because honestly, we're not going that fast. And we can totally slow ourselves down even more. That's not even a problem. That's something that I would love to do, actually. I would love to go snail pace as long as I can heal to infinity and beyond. Now, I do think that they reworked the healing a little bit because I feel as though in the past, I would typically be getting way more health for the HP regen. I can't remember, but I feel as though I remember seeing that or hearing about that at some point in time, which, you know, is totally fine. If it's getting reworked or whatever, that's totally fine. It's not a big deal. Also, I think we got this in the bag. We got 6 seconds, 5 seconds left. I mean, we got a decent amount of dodge. We got a decent amount of this, that, and the other thing. We got a ton of snacks, and there's the win with the streamer. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got community support. Hey, that's you guys. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody, and adios.